let's talk about Salesforce and how Salto handles not just Salesforce metadata, but also CPQ data. So what, obviously we're all familiar with Salesforce. The fact that you have kind of two different configuration types in some of these products, especially with CPQ and billing, things like that. You have metadata kind of gets treated as a first class configuration, and then you've got these record-based configurations that get treated as data by a lot of products. This is where Salto approaches it a little differently, even though we have to hit two different APIs, and it's on the Salesforce side, it's configured differently. In Salto, we treat them as exactly the same thing. Semantically, we convert everything into a single format. We treat them as essentially the same class citizen, and we can deploy them together, metadata and CPQ configurations in the same deployments. So what that means is, if we're looking here at all the objects I've got in my Salesforce fetch, so Salto connects to Salesforce and pulls these configurations in via the APIs. So we're sitting outside of Salesforce. In my normal metadata area, I've got my Apex classes, Apex triggers, flows, custom fields, whatnot. I got those records. I've got my objects, so the standard objects of account and lead and opportunity, all those you're familiar with. And then just alongside of it, we also have these installed packages. In this case, SPQQ, SBAA, billing, all of those can be pulled in. And we'll also show you the objects. So the standard objects on the SPQQ area, as well as the records, specific, price discount schedules, product actions, and product rules, things like that. So all of these are going to pop one of these open. Let me go ahead and filter down to a DP product action I have. So I'll usually use for my demos. So here's a very simple product action that I like to use. I call it out. We can see it in here in my Salesforce instance as well. Let's go here and make sure, am I looking at the right one? I'm probably looking at the wrong one. So let's go ahead and look at my product rules and product actions. So you can see here, it's very simple, references, a different product, references an action, and that same configuration is pulled into Salto here. So a product action references a product rule and a product, so I can see those dependencies. And this operates exactly the same as any other metadata, these relationships. So I can sort through it, I can do some exploration. Salto is backing this up every time we fetch from the server. So if I need to, restore a product rule, a product, a discount schedule, any of those things, we've got those and can roll back, restore it if someone deletes it or something happens. So here you can see, again, I can look at a product and see what is it being referred to, or what is referring to it and what is it referring to. All of those relationships are available within Salto, just as they are for other metadata types, like like an Apex trigger. What is it referencing? Those are standard things we're used to seeing for dependencies. You get the same thing in CPQ. From here, what we can do is we can start to look at deploying these. We can look at restoring these. We can version these into Git. All manner of things start to come about when we treat the data and the metadata as same class citizens per se.